ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
We're here. We're going to help you. You're going to make it. Just breathe with me. Breathe with me.
The words of the medics who saved the life of one of the men wounded in last week's shooting spree in the gas lamp. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson. Kimberly Hunt has the night off tonight. A valet was killed and 4 others were hurt Thursday night before police captured the shooter. Our ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Dela Cruz got a first-hand account from the medics who jumped in to help.
These 2 young men credit their life-saving skills to their time served in the military.
We saw the guy shooting at the people. We just took a few steps back. We didn't know what's going on.
Shai Gino on the left and Dvir Benesh are former soldiers who served in the Israeli army and now live in San Diego, where they work as home remodelers. Just after Benesh finished his DJ set Thursday night, they saw the shooting and ran to help a man who'd been struck.
We put a pressure on his chest. We said, everything is going to be okay. The ambulance is going to be right here. We're here. We're going to help you. You're going to make it. Just breathe with me, breathe with me.
Monday, police released the names of the recovering survivors, including 68-year-old San Diegan Stephen Ely and 3 men in their 20s from New Jersey, Vincent Gazani, Alexander Ballas, and Jatil Kodati. One of them reached out to Gino from the hospital.
He texted me this morning that he's okay and he's super grateful and we saved his life.
Part of that text reads, "If it wasn't for you, I don't think I would be alive." Unfortunately, 1 man did die, 28-year-old Justice Bolden. Bolden was a valet employee for the Pendry Hotel, working for Ace Parking. Police said that 32-year-old suspect Travis Saraste shot him before taking off and shooting the 4 others in what SDPD believes were unprovoked attacks. Court documents show he pled guilty to an assault-related misdemeanor from 2018, where he was ordered to serve probation and not have guns. And he has a current warrant out for a business license felony. The suspect is now in custody, facing murder and attempted murder charges. Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
And there are enough verified signatures to get a recall election for Governor Newsom on the ballot. The California Secretary of State made that announcement today. There will still be a 30-day period next month when people can withdraw their signatures. But barring something unexpected, there will likely be a recall election in the late summer or fall. In a response tweeted out late this afternoon, Newsom said, in part, "This Republican recall threatens our values and seeks to undo the important progress we've made. There's too much at stake." Former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer, San Diego businessman John Cox, former Congressman Doug Oso, and reality TV star Caitlyn Jenner. They are among the Republicans who plan to run. And for the first time ever, California is losing a congressional seat. The initial numbers from the 2020 census came out today, and the slowing number of people moving here will cost us 1 seat in the House. That seat will go away after next year's midterms and will likely be taken from the East LA area. Texas, Florida, and North Carolina, they are among the states gaining seats. Unlike California, their redistricting is a partisan process, likely helping Republicans.
In all 3 of those states, you've got a strong Republican presence. So especially in Florida and in Texas, they'll tend to draw those lines much more aggressively, probably in favor of the party in power.
And California will also lose 1 electoral vote in the 2024 presidential election. Turning now to coronavirus and the new effort to get people vaccinated in San Diego's refugee populations. Our ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco looks at the upcoming event targeting people in the East County falling behind on their shots.
Dalia Mohammed got vaccinated as soon as she was eligible.
To show the community that, hey, look, I got the vaccine. I'm doing great. Now it's your turn to go and get the vaccine and save lives.
Dalia is an outreach worker with License to Freedom. The nonprofit helps domestic violence victims and members of the refugee population. The organization is working to encourage people who may be vaccine hesitant to get the shot.
We come from a war-torn country. We come from a place where government is to not be trusted. And so it's very difficult for people to understand.
Language barriers are another issue. Since the pandemic started, Dalia has been translating information to the Middle Eastern communities in El Cajon.
When COVID-19 first started, it was very difficult for them to even understand what COVID-19 is. People are afraid. They're afraid that Johnson & Johnson got stopped, and they're like, well, why should I trust the other two vaccines?
That fear is reflected in the numbers. More than 68% of people in San Diego County have been vaccinated with at least one dose. Nearly 46% are fully vaccinated. When you break it down by region, though, East County represents just 12% of those vaccinated. A new vaccine site targeting refugee and immigrant communities opens in El Cajon May 1st.
It wouldn't be fair to say that the numbers are low because those areas have gotten vaccination sites then and there. We have not had the opportunity to have a site of our own.
The vaccine clinic will be held at the Lutheran Church on Melody Lane in El Cajon. Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
That clinic will be held Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Whether it's held every weekend will be based on demand. The county reported 129 new cases today, while the test positivity rate stayed low at 2%. There were no new deaths reported. That is typical for a Monday, so that number stands at just under 3,700. You can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store. And turning now to our weather, it did not feel like spring today. It was cold and rainy across much of the county. Still, that did not stop one mother-daughter team from hitting the beach under that protection of a tent.
We are enjoying...
At the beach!
Yes, we are at the beach. What are we doing here?
It's cold.
Enjoying our beach day in this cloudy weather.
And it's cold.
And it's cold.
Apparently it's cold. She says it's cold. Cold indeed, and we're not done with that rain just yet. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos joins us now with a look at what is still out there. Oh, hello. And we have even more. Hi, Angelica. Isaiah.
All right. Yes, we're looking at the potential for a few more showers tonight into tomorrow morning. You can see the clouds are getting darker again, although we did get to see some pretty nice breaks this afternoon. And the chance for a few more showers is still going to continue tonight, especially for the East County inland communities, as another basically round of energy kind of triggers the atmosphere once again. What hasn't really changed is a trough that's in place that's still here. And so we just need that energy tonight to trigger those showers. So as we look right now, the best chance, at least for what is currently happening alpine and near Escondido, but overnight that could be changing. And the winds are also going to be strong with a wind advisory for our deserts until midnight. Those winds could gust up to 55 miles per hour. But there's also a warm up on the way. We'll talk more about that. I'll show you what to expect in the 7-day forecast.
All right, Angelica, thank you. Warning signs, they are out in Coronado after a swimmer came face to face with a shark yesterday. Lifeguards say the 8-foot shark circled the man just a few times, a couple of hundred yards north of the main lifeguard tower. The man made it out of the water safely. It's not unusual to see sharks in our area. Lifeguards do recommend, though, checking the conditions before you go in the water and always swim with a buddy. We are learning more about that bizarre and tragic deaths of 2 people in the East Village last night. Police say a man jumped off a parking structure, landing on a 29-year-old Taylor Cawley, killing her. The unidentified man who jumped later died at the hospital. A man who was walking with Cawley was not hurt. Today, we learned that Cawley worked at San Diego-based McFarland Promotions. Her birthday would have been this weekend. The homeless man shot and killed last week by Escondido police has now been identified. An officer shot 59-year-old Stephen Olson after responding to reports that Olson was hitting cars with a metal pole. Police say they expect to release the body camera footage later this week. And Apple is drastically increasing its investment in San Diego. Today, the company announced it will hire 5,000 workers here by 2026. And as our ABC 10 News reporter John Horn explains, that move could benefit people who never even work at Apple.
It's excitement. There's always excitement.
Mike Roberts learned about Apple's big announcement and immediately saw the potential.
Because that's another organization that has the capacity to invest in the ecosystem and be a partner, not just for the short term, but for a long-term solution.
Roberts runs a San Diego apprenticeship called Creating Coding Careers, a year-long program that teaches students key technical skills and places them with local employers. Roberts applauded Apple's announcement Monday to expand its San Diego hiring from its initial plan of about 1,000 workers to 5,000 workers because any hire Apple makes sets off a chain reaction.
And so they sort of move into the Apples and they create an opening in the other organization, and then we can kind of get more people in at the ground floor.
Apple's move follows a pattern of major tech investment in San Diego, already home to Qualcomm. Horton Plaza is becoming a tech hub, a biotech district is going in on the waterfront, and biotechs are continuing to expand in the Torrey Pines area.
High technology companies are attracted to San Diego because there are other high technology companies here, which means that there's a big base of highly talented employees who are attracted to San Diego by all the things that all of us are attracted to San Diego by.
Apple says it will develop software and hardware technologies in San Diego. It currently has 1,000 corporate workers here and is advertising 278 more local openings. John Horn, ABC 10 News.
An Apple spokeswoman declined to say where the company will locate its expanded headquarters. It does have one corporate location on Town Center Drive in the UTC area.